New Brunswick. Le commissaire adjoint Roger Brown, commandant de la...
Assistant Commissioner Roger Brown, commander of the R.C.M.P. in New Brunswick, will say a few words now.
Family and friends, last week I had the sad duty of informing my fellow members and Canadians that we had lost three of our own, whom I described as incredible members of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police: Constable Doug Large, Constable Dave Ross, and Constable Fabrice Gibaudin. They gave their lives protecting the beautiful city of Moncton. They did not hesitate to put themselves in harm's way for the safety of others. And that is why they were incredible. Ils ont sacrifié leur vie.
They sacrificed their lives in order to protect the people of Moncton.
Why do they
It is for that
translate?
reason.
Except
Ils étaient exceptionnels à plusieurs titres, des épouses, des pères, des fils.
absolutely admired in their own community. They were beloved members of their families and vibrant members of our own, the GRC ici au Nouveau-Brunswick.
The R.C.M.P.
Come on.
J'aimerais saluer
While bravely responding to the call, as well as all of our other members who responded that night. While citizens were running for safety, our brave men and women were running towards the danger with the duty of protecting others. Tragic events such as this open up the door for the entire world to see who we really are. What it means to devote one's life to a greater good, to put the welfare of others beyond our own. Some people may never understand that. But Dave, Doug, and Fabrice did. They embraced these values. Ces valeurs, they worked hard.
ils ont travaillé.
Time that we were blessed to have them with us. And they did so because they have such loving and supporting families. It was you, parents, who loved them and raised them right and instilled the proper values in them. It was you, Nadine, Angela, and Rachel, who stood with them, who stood by them as they carried on their duties. C'était vous, les épouses, les frères,
It was you.
qui étiez fiers d'eux, non seulement comme des membres de la GRC, mais aussi des individus qui s'étaient. We, our adult world, are trying to make some sense of all this. I've spent some very valuable time with our three families over the last several days. With Rachel and Austin, with Angela and Emma, with Nadine, Myra, Lauren, and Alexa. You know, the Commissioner and I met with them last Friday morning. And Nadine introduced the Commissioner to the three young girls. And she explained it this way. She said, "This is Daddy's big, big boss." Alexa took one look at him, looked him straight in the eye and says, "Hi, Bob." In what can be only described as absolute pure chaos, it was reassuring to me to see that there's still the innocence of children. In the years to come, these 5 children, actually 6, will come to understand what gifted dads they really had. And I want to say to all of you, as a family, we will not forget Doug, Dave, or Fabrice, nor will we forget you as their families. You will always remain a part of our R.C.M.P, and we will be here to support you in the years to come. As many of you know, I was a commanding officer at Depot for several years and worked closely with aspiring Mounties who chose to follow this calling, and many of you are here sharing this grief with me today. I've often said, when you love your job, you never work a day in your life. Fabrice, Dave, and Doug love their jobs. You know, during those very, very private times over the past few days that Marlene and I spent with them, this was evident. Dave was so proud of being a dog handler. He absolutely loved it. Fabrice voulait toujours être
Wanted to be the first.
le soir, sa fille Emma lui demandait toujours de lui raconter une histoire. We all knew Fabrice,
Nous connaissons tous.
true and incredible integrity. On the night of the tragedy, Doug wasn't on general duty. He was on plain clothes, working on another investigation. But he heard the call and he responded to help his fellow officers. That's the commitment Dave had. It's the commitment they all had. And the only thing that they loved more than their jobs were you, their families. And then there are these photos. These photos are taken on grad week of every new constable. We know why they're taken, and we know why they form part of our service file. As each and every one of you look at those photos today, and in the future, be reminded of the caring, committed, and dedicated individuals that these three members were. But remember too, that while you don't see them, there are families and friends behind each and every one of them. Quand vous regardez les photos ici devant vous
When
aujourd'hui,
you at the photo,
et ici une famille et des êtres chers. I am so fortunate. We have over 1,200 employees in our beautiful province. And with the eyes of the nation upon us today, I want to publicly say how incredibly proud I am of each and every one of you. I only wish that I could have told Doug, Dave, and Fabrice that in person. I will never forget that, nor will we. Constable toujours with it? Constable Ross? Constable Large. To your post, dismissed.
Sad, 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 sad.